forward a little bit. Right about here, so we can look at the teams. This is too far to look at the teams, isn't it? This is very silly of me. Alright, so, what have we got? We've got 2 mid to long range DPS in Soldier and Hanzo. We've got a Reinhardt, and we've got a Zenyatta. And then we've got Lucio D.Va. So, what this team on Hollywood would be trying to do while attacking is basically, this 5-man squad would be walking together. We're gonna sit behind Reinhardt's rectangle. Zenyatta's gonna put Discord Orb on some priority targets, and we're basically gonna wait for Soldier or Hanzo to pick someone off, while D.Va is just sort of being a nuisance, right? D.Va's kind of playing a flanker in this team lineup, rather than strictly a tank, right? Because this 5-man squad just kind of wants to hang together, and D.Va can kind of just be annoying in the back. So, let's just skip forward a little bit to when the game is actually starting, because we don't want to sit and watch all this setup time. Right about here. Nope, that's a little too far. Let's go back a little bit. Alright, this is good enough. So, immediately out of the gate, I'm unhappy. Let me tell you why. You've used Amp It Up out of the gate. I don't like when Lucios do that. I think it's better, basically all of the time, to just hold on to it and boost it like the choke point, right? Which in this case would be the archway. So, you switch here to heal up. And, okay, so first off, you're way too fucking far up, right? Where's everybody else, right? Where are your tanks? Oh, they're all the way back here behind you. We shouldn't be this far up. We're playing a support. You can play Lucio. There is a way to play Lucio as very aggressive, but that's not what you're going for here. So you should be back behind your D.Va, behind your Reinhardt, and just sort of sticking together as a unit, because you don't want to get picked off right now, right? Like, we don't know what's around here. We don't know what's on the other side of this archway. You could come around the corner and find, like, 7 snipers. You don't know. So, I'm not happy with that. Also, now, you're sitting on the healing aura, right? And this is advice I see people give when they're playing the game. They're like, oh, Lucio, just leave the healing aura on 100% of the time. That's advice you give if you want the Lucio player to forever be mediocre at Lucio, right? Because Lucio, the reason Lucio is so good, and the reason he has maintained his status as a top-tier pick, despite being the most nerfed hero in the entire game, is because of his speed boost. The speed boost is really, really fucking good. You want to spend as much time as possible in your speed boost as you can. At least on attack. On defense, you know, you're healing off chip damage a lot more, so it's more reasonable to be in the healing mode. But certainly when attacking, you want to be speed as much as possible. That's what we're trying to leverage, because that's, like, the speed boost is one of the best abilities in the game. It's definitely one of Lucio's best abilities. So right now, again, you're too far forward. You kind of want to be able to see everybody when you're a support, so that you can see who needs the support, right? Again, this is less important for Lucio, because he's, like, healing everybody. But if you were, like, Zenyatta, Ana, Mercy, you would want to be able to see everyone so that you can know who needs the support, right? So you should be looking around right now to see if you need to be in healing mode, because right now you're not really healing anybody, right? Like, D.Va's a little bit damaged, but realistically we should expect Zenyatta, who is right over here, we can see his hand, we should expect Zenyatta to be healing up that little bit of chip damage right there, since nobody else is fighting. So Soldier gets hooked over here, and that's terrible. Miraculously, he doesn't die. I personally, right there, would have changed it into speed boost to try and get him out. Because if someone gets hooked, but they don't immediately die, my priority is, we gotta get you out. We gotta get you out right now before you get hit, like, one more time, right? So here, ironically, we're gonna talk about Reinhardt more in this game than we're gonna talk about you, because the Reinhardt does some very questionable things. So Reinhardt takes down his shield to try and hit the other Reinhardt, who is, like, a mile away from him at this point, and he loses, like, half his HP for it. Oh dear. Then he puts his shield up. Then he takes it down while he's at half HP for no particular reason other than throw Fire Strike. And look, oh, now he's down in critical damage. Meanwhile, over here, Zenyatta's been hooked by Roadhog. That's terrible. Not much you can do about that, though. Then Reinhardt's still walking forward on critical. Takes his shield down for no better reason than to take it down. Takes it down again. Right now, his shield's real fucked up. Right now, he is, like, mostly dead. His shield's at, like, 500 hit points. Reinhardt right now wants to be, like, hiding behind this wall and just letting his shield regenerate. Or he could, like, come back this way, but we're kind of gaining ground right now, so we don't really want to give it up. So he should be standing over here and just waiting to be healed and letting his shield recharge, because that shit's about to break and he's about to die. But we keep going. Hanzo walks forward, gets hooked. Reinhardt gets shot by Soldier. D.Va gets pinned, and this push is done. Everybody should just be leaving right now, because there's no way you push in. But of course we don't do that. D.Va's gonna go in, D.Va's gonna get hooked, and D.Va's gonna fucking die, because now she's gone Zero Suit Samus in the middle of like 8 people. So that's terrible. Now we're just waiting for everybody to get back. And we still shouldn't be going right now. 5 people are here, but of course D.Va died a little bit later, so she isn't back yet, so we still shouldn't be going, but we are going. Soldier announces that his tac visor is ready, and then just walks around the corner by himself, just asking to get hooked and die. And we don't want that to happen, because Soldier right now has his ultimate, so if we're gonna take this point, we're gonna need Soldier's ultimate for it, right? Again, not much you can do about that. Reinhardt's walking forward, he's gonna get fucked, but he miraculously doesn't get fucked, because he gets saved by his team out of the pin. Now this is really good. I don't know if you did this on purpose, but I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, right? So they get raised, and we can see Reinhardt's looking right at us without moving. He's gonna earth shatter. He does. He doesn't hit you. You sound barrier, and because you sound barrier, Zenyatta doesn't die. He was 100% dead otherwise. So right here, we kill Reinhardt, and then you keep going this way, right? And this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So let's back it up a little bit. A little bit more. So this happens, we sound barrier, and like, right now you're gonna go over to the alleyway because you're trying to kill the low health Reinhardt, right? But then you kill him, and you keep going, and I don't know why you keep going this way. You're not going to save this guy, because this guy's already fucking dead. And we've killed Reinhardt. You're at 100 HP. 100% HP, I should say. So you don't need the health pack that's in here, right? You should go backwards and regroup with your team and just push into the point. Because as we can see, we are fighting on the point right now. We've actually killed 3 people. And we've only lost Reinhardt. So logically speaking, we should win this fight now. But you go around this way, which is just a bit of an odd choice to me, right? Then, right, we come around this corner. Oh shit, Roadhog was there, right? We do actually see Roadhog very, very briefly. Right here. We come around the corner. There's Roadhog, right? And over here we can see the Soldier has just met with a very untimely fate involving a microwave. So, Roadhog's over here. You don't look into the staircase, which you should do. You should be coming around this way, realistically speaking, since this is where your team is. You're coming in on your own this way, which is not advisable, particularly for a support. But you gotta look over this way, right? Because this is where the staircase is that goes up here. And this is a very common place for someone to be hiding when a fight breaks out. And you never know when it might be a Roadhog. Right? So you gotta check over there so that you don't get surprised by something like this. Now it so happens that Roadhog chooses Zenyatta instead of you, which is fair, because he knows you've ulted, and Zenyatta hasn't ulted yet. Zenyatta barely does anything this game, honestly. But right, also, let's back it up because we missed it. So, Zenyatta dies, and then you go up to Roadhog. Roadhog shoots you, and then Soldier shoots you from up there and just like does like 5 damage and kills you. Don't be doing that, right? Because there's no reason for you to do that, right? You don't need to go up to Roadhog, right? You don't need to bump him, because like, why would you need to bump him? All you're doing is coming into his zone of threat, because every hero has a zone of threat, right? In Roadhog's case, it's like the range of his hook, but his hook's down, because he just killed Zenyatta with it. So right now, Roadhog's zone of threat is right next to Roadhog, and you just willingly go up to him, and he's like, oh thanks, Lucio, now I didn't even have to hook you. Right? And realistically, we should have gotten the point off this push, but just like a few mistakes from everybody, like Soldier went into the fuck zone and got killed by Symmetra. Zenyatta got hooked and died, you know, you walked up to Roadhog. Just a few little things from everybody led to the loss of this push. Now we're still fighting over here, and, like, this is destined for failure at this point. Reinhardt's dead, right? They're all there at this point. We should just be backing out at this point. There's no way we win this fight. Soldier comes down, and just, with attack visor on, kills everybody. We've actually muted the sound by accident at some point. Let's just turn that back up. Don't know when that happened. It's probably been that way for like 10 minutes. So, now we gotta regroup. Earthshatter is ready. They're kind of fighting without you at this point. Well, that was weird. They're kind of fighting without you at this point. We shouldn't be going in right now because D.Va isn't here, but we are going in still. And we're kind of just, like, posturing back and forth a little bit. We're waiting. Reinhardt gets hooked. That's terrible. He miraculously doesn't die. He goes back in because he's just a glutton for punishment round here. Yeah, oh, he's still going. His shield's broken, but he's not gonna be deterred. No, sir. Zenyatta just got picked off by Soldier. D.Va's getting hooked into death. And we Earthshatter him. However, we then charge into the biggest fuck zone imaginable. We get tasered from like 9 different directions. Roadhogs, ulting. There's fucking turrets everywhere. It's terrible. Reinhardt's made some questionable choices. D.Va's about to have one of the worst D.Va ults in recorded history. Right? Because right now we need to be leaving. We need to be leaving right now. Whole team's dead, basically. Earthshatter miraculously doesn't hit you. And then right here, oh, D.Va's got like one of, oh god, it's just awful. Just look at it right in front of the fucking gate. Let's look at all the places we could go to hide. We could go hide in this room, we could hide here, we could go up here if we're up there. We could just like hug this wall, cause it's like a little bit forward. We could go in, we could go up here. Oh my god, there's just no way this kills anybody. Reinhardt's going in. We could hide behind Reinhardt, but he's gonna duck in here. Oh god, it's just terrible. It's awful. No, terrible D.Va ultimate. And then, the D.Va has the audacity afterwards to be like GP, and then be like, go. Your ult killed Symmetra, and no one else. Everybody else is still alive. Both your tanks are dead right now. This is definitely not the time when you go. This is very, very incorrect information. No, absolutely, this is not the time we go. But some people listen, we just heard someone get hooked. Who was it? It was Reinhardt. Oh, shocking. Look, Reinhardt died, came back, immediately died upon returning. Oh, fantastic. Soldiers getting microwaved, you boop Symmetra away, which is the only reason you and Zenyatta don't die. Zenyatta actually killed Symmetra, which is pretty incredible, I didn't notice that. We shouldn't be up here, we should just be waiting for people to get back. Use sound barrier, basically yourself, D.Va, Zenyatta. Like, we can't do anything with this sound barrier, so it was a bit of a waste because our team isn't really in position to do that yet. Zenyatta finally uses Transcendence, some casual 3.5 minutes into the game. So right now, right, let's actually talk about Lucio again, right? So right here, Zenyatta ults, right? Right now, when you see Zenyatta ult, you gotta immediately flip that shit into speed mode. Because everybody's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go stand in this Transcendence area, I'll do like me some 300 HP per second, So, your HP per second, man, fuck that, man, whatever, it's like 12 per second or whatever, not amped. We gotta just get in there fast, we gotta be doing something with this Transcendence as quickly as possible. But we don't, that's okay. And then, like, right here, he's got you in his sights, and you come in here. Alright, so let's go back a little bit, right? Let's talk about a couple things. So, this is when Soldiers ulted, right? You have Amp It Up ready. The second you hear, I've got you in my sights, you need to immediately just, like, flip that shit to speed mode and be like, I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge, whichever fucking way I can go. However, right, this is something you have to sort of think about ahead of time, because when the enemy team's got a Symmetra, you gotta think to yourself, where are they likely to have a fuck zone, right? The most likely place, because we didn't see anything while we were coming in, so logically, it's probably in here. So we don't really want to go in here, because this is where we can expect to find a fuck zone. And there is a fuck zone in here, spoiler warning, that's where you die. So, when you hear, I've got you in my sights, what you want to do is immediately just kick in the turbo, and then fucking run. You don't really want to go in here, because we've planned out ahead of time, this is where a fuck zone might be. So you would, like, duck around this corner, you would duck behind the payload, or, because you've got Amp It Up, you might actually be able to get over here, right? And you also help everybody else by doing this, because, like, there's a bunch of people walking around out in the open. They also want to get the fuck out of line of sight, because they do not want to be in soldiers' sights. However, you don't even amp it up, you're just kinda like, oh, I'm gonna get it out of the way, and you just get, like, tased right as you go into the fuck zone. And it's very unfortunate. You probably died regardless, realistically, but, you know, it's still something to think about for the future. So now, basically, like, it's fucked. You're fucked. Everybody's fucked. There's no way we're getting it. You're gonna come around the corner and get double fucked. Oh god, just absolutely terrible. Good heavens. Absolutely no chance. Poor Lucio, he was so young, never stood a chance. Oh god, oh no, didn't even get to hit the wall, got microwaved right off the Reinhardt. So sad, so tragic. Alright, so that's your attacking half. Let's skip forward a little bit so that we can look at the team composition. And this is good. Alright, so first off, it's terrible, right? It's awful for a variety of reasons. First off, right, we've got a Junkrat on our team, which is absolutely terrible. Good heavens, no, we do not want a Junkrat ever. Good heavens, no. Certainly not as, like, our only DPS, right? Because you also have 3 supports. Now, Symmetra is not strictly a support, but she's not really, like, a DPS or a defense here. Symmetra's weird, right? But the moral of the story is you don't really have enough damage with the 3 supports all together. What I would like to see is basically any one of you to change to Reinhardt, right? Because right now you basically only have 2 tanks. You have Roadhog and you have D.Va. But Roadhog is not a pure tank. Roadhog is closer to a DPS that just has a lot of hit points, right? The only reason Roadhog is even remotely a tank is because he can zone with his hook, and like, yeah, he has a lot of hit points, but he's not really a tank, you know? So basically you have like 3 supports, 2 DPS, one of which is like a quasi-DPS and the other is Junkrat. Oh goodness, no. And you have D.Va as your sole like tank. So I would have liked much more to see, first off, not this, like, anything but this, like, a Mei, Soldier, McCree, Reaper, and then, like, imagine that, right? And then, basically, these 2 can be your DPS. So I would have liked to see one of you change to Reinhardt, because then you would have the 2 DPS here, and you would have Reinhardt D.Va to tank, and then you would have the 2 supports, and that would be, in my opinion, much better. But this is what we have, and it's gonna be sad for a variety of reasons. Basically, you don't have a Reinhardt is like a very primary reason, and then the secondary follow-up reason is you have a Junkrat, which is very sad. We don't want to be this far in. We want to skip forward just a little bit, round about here. Yeah, round about here is fine. So you're getting up on the high ground, that's good. Junkrat should come up with you, which he does, which is good. This is where you want to be. Ideally, you'd be up here with, like, someone else, but, you know, this is all we have. Oh, someone did change to Reinhardt. Who changed to Reinhardt? Oh, it was D.Va. Right. I completely forgot. My bad. Good job, D.Va. Doing what the team needs. Now, you shouldn't get down from here, but I think you slid off on accident, so I'll forgive you this one time. Now, Roadhog's been hooked, right? Which is terrible. But he doesn't die immediately. We can see that Roadhog missed pretty badly, actually, because a lot of pellets come flying by. Right now, you want to flip that shit to speed boost and get this guy out of dodge, right? Because we know he got hooked by a Roadhog, so at least Roadhog is over here. You will not heal him through that, you just have got to try and get him out as quickly as possible. But it doesn't matter, he gets out anyway because they weren't ready. He hooks their Roadhog, but he doesn't die. Oh goodness, it's very sad, Imagine if we had a McCree instead of a Junkrat, but we have a Junkrat. So it's just how it has to be, I suppose. So you see Soldier going around the back here, right? And you come over here. Now, answer me this. What are you gonna do if Soldier 76 comes around this corner right now? If he just comes around this corner and looks at you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna shoot him like once or twice, and then he's gonna shoot you, and you're not gonna really achieve anything. And it's not actually impossible you die, right? Because if he comes around the corner and he's expecting to see someone here, if he shoots you just a couple times and hits you with the rocket, you're actually dead. Because Soldier can do a surprising amount of burst damage. So it's just like, this is like not your job, right? Like, Symmetra should come over here and like put some turrets around and like, you know, be ready for that. Or like the Junkrat could come over and like put the trap down and, you know, this is just not your job. This is not what you should be concerning yourself with. You should be back over here supporting your front line, because that's the most important thing for you to be doing right now. When you're playing a support, you gotta support people. That's your top priority. So, Reinhardt's getting pinned. This is not the same Reinhardt, so we won't rag on him too much, even because the last Reinhardt just came back and died 3 times in a row. It was very sad. So I don't think it's the same one anyway. So now everybody's coming in, it's very sad, we're not having a great time. Roadhog gets hooked again, and his immediate response is take a breather, right? Right here. He starts taking a breather. And I know why he does this. He's like, oh shit, I'm taking damage, I gotta heal. But here's the thing. Take a breather here, you're 100% dead. There is 0% chance taking a breather here gets you out of danger, because your Reinhardt's dead, a shield's not coming, and you're getting beat on by a Soldier, an Ana, and another Roadhog, right? Roadhog right now needs to just be like, fuck it. There's no way I get out of here and just start fighting back, right? Because maybe he gets like a solid meat shot in on Ana, right? And he kills her. Or he like takes her low and she dies to someone else. Or maybe he kills the Roadhog, right? Take a breather is like easily the worst response he could possibly have. And he just dies for free. Oh, it's not Ana, it's a Lucio. My bad. And now, basically, we're going to be having some sad times. Everybody's funneling in. Our team's slowly dying. We're kind of getting it back. It could be worse. We've almost got ult. So right here. Right? We just heard Ana ult. Disregard that she's ulted Symmetra right now, because we're going to talk about something else first, right? So right here, we hear Ana ult, right? And we disregard who she's ulted for now. Right, so Ana's ulted, and Reinhardt's charging in. We can assume that she meant to hit Reinhardt, right? So we'll forgive her for that. When an Ana nano boosts someone and you're playing Lucio, like many times in life, that's when you flip it on to speed boost and just get in there, right? Because when Ana nano boosts someone, that person is the only person the enemy team cares about anymore, right? They are not looking at anybody else. Their primary concern is the person that's nano boosted. Now, nano boost doesn't have its speed boost anymore, which was one of the best parts of that ability. So she nano boosts Reinhardt, Soldier, Reaper, any of these people, like are the 3 primary ones that she nano boosts. They are much stronger if you speed boost them. So if you're playing Lucio and Ana nano boost someone, you speed boost immediately. Don't worry about healing the person, because if Ana has nano boosted someone, she should be healing them, right? She's nano boosted them, she's looking at them, she's the highest single target healer in the game. That's her concern. You gotta get them in, you've gotta accelerate them so that they are more likely to kill people. That is what your concern is at that point. And you don't need to ult here, because we're already starting to win the fight, and we can push them back. So there's no need to ult, because that's a big issue defenders have. They tend to blow a lot of their ultimates and then get killed on like a follow-up push. Let's get this drawing off. So Symmetra gets a little carried away with her power. She didn't know how to use it correctly, and she dies. So that's terrible, because the enemy team is coming back now. Right now is when you ult, right? Because your Reinhardt has just been pinned. Enemy team is very clearly committed to this engage right now, because the Reinhardt's coming in. And you just gotta ult now, because, like, if this Reinhardt dies while Symmetra's dead, we're fucked, because that's 2 people dead right at the start. And, like, you know, Reinhardt's gonna take a lot of damage right now, so you just gotta ult and be ready to fight. Because also what happened... Reinhardt here makes a critical error. Because... Tell me, when have we seen the enemy Reinhardt Earth Shatter? We haven't, have we? So he's probably got his Earth Shatter, right? As we talked about before. He needs to be holding his shield up at that Reinhardt right now, because we gotta be expecting an Earth Shatter. Lo and behold, we get Earth Shattered. And boy howdy is it an Earth Shatter. We get Reinhardt, we get D.Va, we get Ana, and we get Lucio. You're not gonna get to use your sound barrier at this point. And spoiler warning, everyone's gonna die, because the whole team just got ulted, and Symmetra's already dead. Soldiers put on the tac visor, they're coming in with the sound barrier, oh good heavens, oh it's just an absolute massacre. It doesn't even really need the tac visor, because everyone's on the ground stunned, and you're not gonna get back in time to contest it again, so you never even get to use the sound barrier. Realistically, even if you sound barriered, you probably died, just because of what we know happens, but... You know, again, it's something that could have perhaps made a difference. So, let's look at the play of the game. You probably won't be too surprised by the play of the game. But, you know, it's interesting to see it from... You know, let's see it from the Reinhardt's perspective, right? The good Reinhardt, not the Reinhardts we had, which were mediocre at best. Oh, shock... Oh, it's Reinhardt. Oh, weird. And he comes in, everybody's invisible, oh good heavens, oh no, oh god, oh he's shaking a little bit, he's excited, oh, doesn't know what to do, puts up the barrier, takes a little breather, that's okay, he's had an exciting day. Yes. Lucio, 3 gold medals out of 4 total medals, very exciting. So yeah, very one-sided game, in the opposite direction to the other game that Nangus gave us. So, if I were to give you one piece of advice to work on for Lucio, it would be speed boost more, because that is one of the best abilities in the game, and it's definitely Lucio's best ability. It's what we want to leverage as much as possible, just because it is so powerful, and it always will be until, like, either it gets really nerfed, or there are more speed boosts in the game, because speed boosts are just so good, right? As even when it got nerfed, people were like, oh, maybe Lucio will be bad now that the speed boost got nerfed. No. Because the thing is, a 70% speed boost is still a lot higher than 0%. And that's why Lucio has endured so much. And if I were to give one piece of advice to our bad Reinhardt players who ran off and hid in their shame, it would be, hold up the fucking barrier, you nonces. Jesus Christ.